Okay, guys, like I said, I'm gonna do these episode reviews. Going to do weekly episode reviews every Sunday. Hopefully, I try to do them every Sunday. So every Sunday at this moment, you will get two video reviews every Sunday: the Promised Neverland chapter reviews and Digimon Adventure colon, as it's being titled. But I'll just title it as Digimon Adventure 2020 anime series reviews as well, because they both come out on the same day. Well, if there's a break between Promised Neverlands, then you will only get the Digimon Adventure reviews on those days. But normally it will be two videos for the price of one on Sundays for two different things I enjoy. Now, without further ado, let's crack down to the intro and let's talk about the reboot of a childhood favourite of mine, Digimon Adventure. So without further ado, 3, 2, 1, hit the intro. Okay, episode 1 was very different, very fresh, I would say, and very interesting. At the beginning, it seems like Tai was doing a checklist, Tai Chi was making sure he's got everything for camp. His mum and Hikari, his sister, were out, I think, shopping or out visiting somebody or anything on the train. Then suddenly, the train started to go like crazy or being affected by something that reminds me of Tamers slash Young Digi Hunters as well. Cross Wars third season as well. Definitely of how they had to enter a different world to battle these Digimon. I think Alagomon or something along those lines. But yeah, the animation was smooth. We got an introduction to Koshiro as well in this episode. He seemed to be a bit more with it. He's a bit more shy, I would say, because he couldn't really he wasn't very good at talking to people. I loved how they updated his laptop being not just a tablet but one of those foldable tablets. So like one of those what is it what was that? One of those like yoga tablets where it's like a Windows PC, but it was also a tablet as well, so you can fold it in half with the keyboard on the back and use it as a tablet. So I'm glad they updated his laptop for modern day, and it's a very good one as well. So that was really cool. So Tai got told by Koshiro that all these things were happening, and he runs off trying to get to the train that his mother's on and his sister's on, because they're on a train that's not stopped because these Digimon were affecting it and everything. And he ends up going into the digital world, and he gets given his Digivice with a glow. Izzy gets his glow as well, and we get introduced to their crest symbols very early on. So the crests are playing a very dominant role in this at the beginning. We get to see Koromon already, and him already changed into Agumon and everything like that, and becoming very close friends already, and Tai willing to help and everything, and their bond, and we could see the bonds growing very well, and they defeated the champion level of the Digimon they were facing. I love the Digivolution sequence. They still included the whole Agumon Shinka to Greymon, but it wasn't like reuse. Sorry. Reuse stock footage like Try heavily used, or in the original series where they're digivolving, right, we've already done the digivolving sequence once, throw it in there when they're digivolving, and we'll just recycle it everywhere. No, this way is really, really interesting. It's like a glow, and it's like you see Agumon like becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, and then you see like Greymon's blue line markings forming on its body, and then the horns just appear with that like the brown digitoid metal just appearing above his skull and snout. And then we got Agumon into Greymon, and I love that way. The intro very heavily implies that that's going to be how we're going to see Metal Greymon's Digivolution sequence. It was in the intro as well, where in a similar fashion it looks like the purple wings will just form and burst out in a like a translucent glow, and then form into the wings, and then the brown skull part of Greymon will turn metal, and his arm would just get changed into a metal arm, like it just changes, like his whole arm gets torn off and replaced, and something like that. But the intro indicates how the Digivolution sequence for Metal Greymon would be later on. But this was definitely a first episode, and at the end of the episode we get to see Garurumon and Matt, or Yamato, at the end of the episode, and it is a very, very good series at this moment in time. It's just the first episode. Like I said, I'll be coming back next Sunday with the second episode review, what will be titled War Game. So that's definitely a homage to our War Game, the second Digimon Adventure movie. But it's going to be slightly different because we just met Taichi and Yamato at the end of this episode, so they haven't really got that like friendship bond, and yet Matt's / Yamato's crest is the crest of friendship. So it's wondering how this is going to be played. Is this Matt going to be slightly different to the Matt we already know from the original universe? So far, there's 3 different ties, as I know. There's the original Adventure anime tie, there's the V-Tamer tie, and now there's this tie. Oh god. And then we've got this tie. So, yeah, but other than that, this reboot, first episode, my impressions, very good. I really do like how it's incorporating a lot of elements from the original series, but also giving it its own take. But like with Try and Reunion, where it somewhat nostalgia baited you at the first and gave you all those feels and nostalgia and made it really good. That's where it started like going downhill in a way with Try. Hopefully this reboot stays fresh and stays gripping and gives us a lot of interesting things that I think would be benefit for anybody that's a Digimon fan from the original series, and a long-term Digimon fan like myself is willing to watch and try. That wasn't a pun. But yeah, so that was my thoughts on episode 1. It was a very interesting. I loved the animation. I loved how they handled the Digivolution sequence. The new voice actor is very, very good. I don't know if they decide to go just have a full-on male route, or they've continued with the tradition. And I haven't been following the news too much about the reboot. But I'm thinking they got the original voice actors for the Digimon back, minus Biyomon, because obviously, no, that was Sora's voice actor, not Biyomon's. So I'm hoping they got the original voice cast for the Digimon back, but I do love the aspects of this series so far. The new Digivice is very cool. I'm glad they've gone back to that, and in some ways gone back to the roots and not do a like collector's gimmick, because Digimon is a franchise that can be handled with selling the Digivice itself, with like the game and everything like that, and then sell the toys and stuff like that. But it is one of those things where it is an anime that I'm really, really in forward to. I'm curious about how they're going to handle War Greymon. I wonder if they're going to do somewhat of it being a bit more like like the toy, where the Agumon heads are the wings. I wonder if they're going to do it that way this round, or are we going to have a traditional design for War Greymon like the original series, where the crest of courage is the wing shield at the back and everything like that. But we got more to come. We don't know when they're going to actually get to the proper digital world yet. I don't know if it's going to do a Tamers route, where it's going to start in the human world first, and then it leads and builds up and leads in the second half, or the last arc is the digital world segments. We don't know. No, I'm hoping that's the case, because I really did enjoy Tamers, and I think if they've done a Digimon Adventure-esque characters, but with a Tamers-esque story, it could be really fun. And I like how all the main chosen children / Digidestins aren't already at camp and already known each other. Or they could know each other, and they're just hanging around with the friends they hang around at school. Or they go to different schools in this and everything. And what's bringing them together is the connection with their Digivices and their connection to the Digimon. That is another thing that's making me curious as well. Is that how they're going to become friends? Oh God. Is that what's going to be? But that really is the case. That makes me wonder if that's going to be the case. And if that is the case, then I'm wondering how that's going to be played out. But other than that, I really enjoyed the first episode of Digimon Adventures 2020. The first episode is available on Crunchyroll to stream and with subtitles legally, so you can check it out there. So why don't you go and check that out? And yeah, so I really did enjoy it. If you're a long-term Digimon fan like I am, why don't you tell me what you liked and didn't like about this reboot down in the comment section down below. And I'll see you next time for another Digimon Adventures 2020 episode review. See you next week. Bye for now. See ya. Hey guys, this is definitely going to be something I'll try to do every week. If I don't get the episode reviews up on Sundays, then most likely it'll be Mondays that I get them up as soon as possible. So please, just look forward to that. But I'm trying to do I'm trying to do the chapter and anime reviews at the same time. But yeah, so yeah, I did enjoy this week's episode, and I did enjoy the concept and how slightly different it is with the original. I'm curious about where it's going. So yeah, if you liked the video, why don't you give it a thumbs up? And if you're new to the channel, why don't you hit the subscribe button as well? And if you want to check out my other videos, why don't you check out the videos that are popping up on there, and also check out my Geek Corner as well to check that out. Or why don't you also check out, if you're a fan of Transformers, why don't you check out my Transformer channel, Kai's Transformer Corner as well. That's probably not popping up, but you could probably search one of my videos by just typing it in the search bar. And don't forget to subscribe to that. But yeah, that is me. And I'll see you in the next video review. I've been your host, Kai from Kai's Corner. See ya.